Good morning, Co-Founder Club community. My name is Keith, and we have another Startup Sales Mastery video podcast today. And all this week, as you've seen from the promotion, this is Solutions Week. I am going to be talking about your solutions because at the end of the day, I know this is what you guys want to hear. So look, from people that I've been speaking with, let me go through the different things that you want to say versus what customers want to hear. And this is really what this week is about. I'm your resident sales guy. My name is Keith. And of course, I run Co-Founder Club Communities, which is all about getting co-founders, founders within the startup community to come together. And together we can help each other take over the world. And Startup Sales Mastery is my baby, which sponsors the whole show. And Startup Sales Mastery, really simple. I'm going to show everybody what it is that us sales guys do in order to build campaigns, go get clients. If you want to do lead gen campaigns with me, or you just want me to sell for you, these are the things that I do. Anyone want any more information, go to startupsalesmastery.com. You'll see the links above, below, all over the place. Let's get on with the video podcast. So this session today, nice and simple. Where are my notes? Technologies versus solutions. Now, next tomorrow, I'm going to go through a slightly connected subject, which is features and benefits. But I'm going to stick on point here with technologies versus solutions. So here's the score. I speak with entrepreneurs day in, day out, every single day, entrepreneurs, startups within the tech sector. Anyone who knows who I am, who's actually spoken with me, or go through cofounderclub.org, you'll see the amount of events and things that we've actually done. Trust me when I tell you, I have spoken to hundreds, probably thousands at this point, and every single one of them, including the 2 startups I actually spoke to yesterday, because I'm considering taking on additional work. Both just were like, look, Keith, we need to sit down. We need to spend an hour or 2. We need to go through, go through my product. I want you to see the demo. I want you to see how it all works. I want you to see my technology. And they're just going on and on about all their features and their tech and their this and their that. And I'm quite frankly, I actually didn't entertain it. This was the whole sort of thing they started, and I just sort of stopped them, as I always do these days. Now, naturally, they get insulted, you get insulted. And the reality is this: I don't care about your tech, and nor do the the prospects, your potential customers. They don't care. It's a tough thing to hear, but it's true. They don't care. What they do care about, I hope you're paying attention to me now, can you solve their problem? How do you solve? Oh, we have a patent pending cutting edge technology that solves it, and this is how we solve it. We do blah, 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 and outline the solution. I mean, I could literally 3 minutes in, I could end the podcast right here. I'm going to go on a little bit more. I'm cutting this at 10 minutes. I'm going to make these super short for everyone just to understand what I'm trying to say. If you want more, come into startupsalesmastery.com, come into the members area, and I do extended 2-way conversations. If you have comments, put them in the comments. I mean, that's sort of it. This is really what we're talking about here. To sell a product, or for someone to buy your product, all they need to know is, are you solving their problem? Hence the solution. You go to any investors meeting in the world, and they put their pitch decks up, and it always starts with the solution. Actually, it always starts with the pain, problem, and then the solution. Forgive me, but the solution in a sales context, when I discuss solution, I don't mean what problem, what is your solution per se. I mean, what problem are you solving? That is what I effectively call the solution. Whereas a technology, okay, yes, that's wonderful that your system can do all these things, but if it's not actually solving a problem, then you're telling someone something that they don't want to hear. And as I've explained to absolutely everybody, the reason I created the Startup Sales Mastery program, I know I talk about it a lot, and it's just nonstop trying to sell you it's $47. Come on, with all due respect, that's like giving me a donation. It's hardly an expense or anything. But the reason I created that is people keep telling me we need to sit down for a few hours, we need to go through things, and I'm like, no, we don't. And I'm telling you right now, we do not. You and I do not need to sit down for ages and ages in order for me to sell your product. We do not need to sit down in order for you to sell your product. There's a very clear roadmap, and I go through it in there, and it's really, really simple. I break it down bit by bit, and I just help you pinpoint that. What are you solving? For who? How? And then put it all in a nice little sentence and go tell that little sentence to someone. That's it. And you want somebody to sell your product? No problem. The worksheet that we all go through during that little program, it's only a couple of hours if you know your stuff. Hand that to any sales guy you want to hire and say, here, go sell my product. And boom, immediately they're going to know what to do. In both of those scenarios, it's a couple-minute conversation. The only thing you guys need to discuss is the terms, the deal. You should not need to have this huge, big discussion. And if you have been having all these big discussions for hours and hours with different salespeople or speaking to customers saying, come, sit, I need to give you a demo to show you what we do, something is going wrong. You never show a demo to a customer to show them what you do. That's not how this works. This should be the sales call, telling them, finding out what their needs are and how we can solve their problem. The purpose of a demo is basically fulfillment. Okay. The top sales guys, yeah, they do demos and they get paid the big bucks. They're not actually selling, more so as they're fulfilling, because they know that when they've been given a prospect, that this prospect has the capacity to be sold to. Hence, it's not necessarily, they don't see it as, well, I have to make the sale. It's more seen as the sale should be made. It's on them to convert it or to lose it. And it's the same to all you guys. And this is where it matters, okay? Are you discussing your technology, or are you discussing the solution, how you solve their problem? And that's really what I need to know. When you come to a guy like me, there's no point telling me everything that your product can do, because I'm not interested. You should be able to say that in one single sentence, following up by, solving, we solve this person's problem by doing this, this, and this. Many of you have seen my wonderful t-shirt, and if you've done my program, you see I have a very clean elevator pitch that I teach people after you've gone through the things. And it's, my name is from company, I help customer persona solve whatever their pain is by how do you solve that problem? And then CTA, call to action. Is this something you're struggling with? And this is the solution. And I really want to get this across. I'm finishing this in 2 minutes. You have questions? Ask me now or wait until later and I'll answer the questions. I check them every night after I've gotten off the phones, because I have some big campaigns today. How do you sell a product, well versus badly? Don't worry about that. That's not important just yet, not at this phase. What is important, though, if you actually, you don't have sales experience, you want to sell it yourself, or you're trying to sell it and it's not working, I can tell you now, 9 times out of 10, probably more than that, 9.9, but you're probably telling people all about the tech, the technology that you have and how great your technology is and all this kind of stuff, which people don't care. Just literally say, we've developed cutting edge technology that, and then boom, go into the solution. How do you solve their problem? And in that little explanation, you better mention exactly what their problem is and then how you solve it. If you don't mention their problem, then you won't connect with them. And it doesn't mean anything if you don't know their problem. Just ask them, what challenges are you facing lately? Simple question like that, and they'll tell you. Trust me, people love to talk. Pitching something that people don't want, it's a waste of your damn time. So there we are. A technology is something that you have, and a solution is something that we can actually use to sell. Really simple stuff. If you can grasp that one thing, I'm telling you right now, your probability of succeeding in the startup world, even from zero, dramatically goes up. And if you come to me discussing your technology, I'll tell you the same thing. I'm not interested. What's your solution? We're not having a big long coffee. My name is Keith. I run Co-Founder Club Communities. And of course, this is the Startup Sales Mastery podcast. We effectively finance the whole show. We sponsor Co-Founder Clubs. If anybody has any questions, put them in the comments. Good luck, and I will see you all tomorrow.